Welcome to Burkina Reborn, where we unpack the world's biggest stories. The Israel-Iran War, now in its 8th day, as of June 20th, 2025, has the globe on edge, with airstrikes rocking both nations and the U.S. mulling intervention. Every country's stance matters. Who's backing Israel? Who's with Iran? And what are their reactions? Let's dive in. The conflict kicked off on June 13, when Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, hitting over 100 Iranian targets, including nuclear sites and military leaders, killing more than 240 Iranians. Iran retaliated with missile strikes, claiming 28 Israeli lives. Today, Israel struck Iran's Arak reactor, while Iran hit a hospital in Beersheba. With oil prices spiking and the U.S. deploying the USS Nimitz, the world's reactions are shaping the battlefield. Here's the breakdown by country. United States firmly supports Israel. President Trump has hinted at joining the strikes, deploying F-35s and tankers. But no final decision yet. He's called Iran's nuclear program a global threat, demanding they give up entirely, while warning of irreparable damage if the U.S. intervenes. The U.S. has also evacuated personnel from Gulf states, signaling readiness but caution. United Kingdom backs Israel cautiously. PM Keir Starmer moved fighter jets to the region, calling for de-escalation and urging Iran to break the cycle of retaliation. France, neutral but alarmed. President Macron opposes regime change in Iran, pushing for diplomacy to avoid chaos. Germany supports de-escalation, with Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul warning of nuclear proliferation risks to Saudi Arabia and beyond, aligning with Israel's concerns, but not its actions. Saudi Arabia, a U.S. ally, it's quietly aiding Israel with intelligence, but publicly condemns the strikes to avoid Iranian backlash. Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman called them a threat to Iran's sovereignty, reflecting improved ties with Tehran since 2023. Turkey supports Iran diplomatically. President Erdogan has criticized Israel's aggression, offering mediation and calling for a Muslim alliance, though it's staying out of direct conflict as a NATO member. Pakistan backs Iran verbally. PM Shahbaz Sharif condemned Israel's strikes as a severe violation, urging stability, but denies Iran's claim of nuclear retaliation, maintaining neutrality. Russia strongly supports Iran. President Putin has urged restraint, but backs Tehran's sovereignty, opposing U.S. involvement. It's a key ally, providing past support to Iran's nuclear program. China, also with Iran. Foreign Minister Wang Yi condemned Israel's attacks, offering mediation and supporting Tehran's rights, aligning with its anti-Western stance. Qatar, Oman, UAE condemn Israel's strikes, calling for diplomacy. Qatar sees dire repercussions, while Oman, a mediator, labels it a reckless escalation. The UAE balances criticism with fears of Iranian retaliation. Lebanon, Iran's proxy Hezbollah, praises Tehran's response as brave, but hasn't joined the fight directly, weakened by prior clashes. Syria supports Iran, condemning Israel's actions, though its influence is limited post-Assad. Jordan distanced itself, downing Iranian drones to protect its airspace, showing a neutral stance. Egypt expresses deep concern, promoting calm while maintaining ties with both sides. Yemen's Houthis back Iran, promising to intervene, coordinating attacks on Israel since June 12th. International bodies. The UN's Antonio Guterres calls for maximum restraint to prevent a wider war. The EU echoes this, while the IAEA confirms Israel's strikes hit Natanz's underground facilities, fueling nuclear fears. On X, sentiments vary. Some see Muslim nations uniting for Iran. Others note Arab states' quiet approval of Iran's weakening. But it's all inconclusive. So the Israel-Iran war splits the world. The US and allies like the UK lean toward Israel, while Iran finds support from Russia, China, and regional players like Turkey and Hezbollah. Reactions range from diplomacy to defiance. Where do you see this heading? Escalation or peace? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more. This is Burkina Reborn.